Okay, so for question number 24, this is also regarding to how we identify the problem, which means how can we understand the question. They said there's three switches are connecting to a set of the four lights. Okay, three switches setting of the four lights. When the switch is changed, each of the lights is controlled to turn on when it's off or off when it's on, which means they always can just change the light on and off for one of the lights. Switch 1 control red and green at the same time. Switch 2 control red, green, and blue at the same time. Switch 3 control blue and yellow at the same time. All right. If all the three lights are off, 1, 2, 3, right? If it is off and all four lights are off, to say, let's say if it's red, green, blue, and yellow, when at the beginning they are all off. Which of following is true? For us, where we don't have too much options, right? The only have to we can do is also the try and error. We try each of them to see if it's possible or not. Look at A. They say it's not possible to have the four lights on. So let's say it is not possible to have the four lights on. The thing is, how can we decide it if it's possible or not? Since they are both off, right? If we want the four lights on at the same time, we either can have one switch to control the four lights at the same time, or we can have another option. Yes, we can control the two lights at the same time, or we can control one light and then another three lights at the same time, right? That's basically what we can do. So for A, if we want four lights on at the same time, is that not possible? After we look at it, we'll find out it is possible because we can use switch 1 and switch 2, which is basically we can control red, green, and blue, yellow, right? That is four colors. So A is possible. With the same strategy, we testing B, C, and D, we'll find out the correct answer will be D, right? Because I already give you each correct options we can have for the switch in behind each of the option A, B, C here. So with the first one, we can use all three switch, or we can use switch 1 plus switch 3. It also works. Second one, we can use the third switch, and C, we can use the second switch. But D, when it's coming to say the red light, cannot be on the same with the green because red and the green, they cannot be opposite because switch 1 can put it at the same time, but not on the opposite way, right? So that is why D is not possible. That is another for the question number 24. So I think that is all about our problem solving part. All right, hopefully these questions can give you guys all the overall pictures about how to dealing with the problem solving. So one more time again, for the problem solving, what I want you guys to know is always remember we have to identify the problem first, then choose the correct information, try the different strategy, and also try the error. Guess and check, same thing. It's always the most efficiency strategy, especially when we do not have very clear picture to say, oh, where this question will leading me to, or how can I find out the strategy when we're not very clear, we are not very sure about which strategy we should choose. Trial and error is always the very good one we should think about.